What changes did you make in the last 24 months during the recession, and how is that going to affect the way your company goes forward on a go-forward basis in the future? Todd, we'll start with you over here.
Yeah, thanks. If you take a look at what Briggs has done over the last 24 months or so, we've done a lot of things in terms of right-sizing our plants. We had a number of plants here. We had about 10 plants in the U.S. We've taken 3 plants out, which is probably one of the most difficult decisions that you can make as a senior management team, but we had to do it. At the same time, we continued down the path of business process re-engineering, trying to lean out some of our processes to get out waste. We just absolutely abhor waste at Briggs. And so we've been able to do a lot of those things and then refocus a lot of that into what we would call value-added productive things, like we've actually spent more money on product development, voice of the customer, and customer heuristics over the last 2 or 3 years than we have in a long time. So it really comes down to making sure you got the right processes, making sure you got the right footprint, which ultimately then leads you into the next, for us, the next 100 years.
Perfect. Peter?
Well, we've gone through some real tough decisions over the last 24 months. All really kind of focused on making sure that we have a viable company long term. And so we've done many of the things that people have done in the room here, but reducing our head count, freezing our salary, suspending our 401k match. We really left no stone unturned as to how to make sure we have a viable company long term. We also looked at ways to be more efficient. As Todd had mentioned, we're a much smaller company than Briggs, but we had a facility in Canada. We looked at moving the manufacturing into our main facility, made us more efficient, helped us conserve costs that way. We look at how we can be more efficient in everything we do. We talk about lean principles, and I know that's something that we should be working on every day, but you really get focused on it when you're trying to get through those hard times. So we made some tough decisions, all while we're trying to maintain our workforce and keep them motivated and focused on growing the company through a tough time.
Todd?
At Signicast, we're an ultra-lean company, and we experienced a significant downturn like everyone else and had some staff reductions. But we really handled it through schedule reductions, etc. But what we did that was a little bit different is we're a manufacturing-led company. We changed that in 2009 and became a really sales-oriented company. And the entire company focused on new customers, new sales, and new business. And we went out and we smashed every record that we had ever set in terms of new customers and new business and new tools, and et cetera. And that's really helped us come out of this recession fairly quickly. And it helped minimize what we were seeing. So that was one of the things that we did different. Now we're getting back to that manufacturing-led and getting back to servicing the customer.
Neal, I'm glad we saved you for last because I think you've got a little different twist on this.
Yeah, we, like everybody else in the panel, I suspect most people in the room did the traditional things, to take out discretionary spending, look at every place you're putting dollars, some headcount reduction. But we were very careful to not, we're a growth company and we see a bright future given just all of the macro level things going on today as it relates to energy and climate change and all the other things you hear about in the media today. So we put a lot more emphasis in new product development, improving processes, and really setting the stage for what we saw as the future to come, and try to take a longer view, recognizing that this too will pass, and you don't want to cut to the bone so much that when things turn around again, you don't have the right people, the right tools in place to be able to fuel the growth engine that we think we have at Orion.